Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we're entering into the golden age of America. The greatest years in the history of the country, because Donald Trump's in the White House. I'm sure Mr. Preddy and Renee Good couldn't disagree more. But in any event, let's get down to the bottom line here. It would appear Clinton and Obama and President Biden, they let millions of people come into the country. Officially, pretty much, the border was, it was as loose as a goose, I suppose. For many years, they let in huge numbers of people. And is it a good thing? And the answer is, I think some of those people were really desperate. And they didn't really have a whole lot of choice. A lot of them had families that needed to eat and blah, 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 blah. And a lot of the American farms and a lot of businesses used all kind of immigrant labor for years and years and years. And the reason I'm certain of this is I spent lots of years in the Texas construction markets. And trust me, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Julios and Juans and senoritas from south of the border were exploited massively by U.S. employers. Now, is it a good thing? And the answer is, nah, I don't think so. Not really, but let's get serious about something here, folks. Let's get serious about something. I don't think that anybody's got the right to go around and violently pushing people down and violently, tear gassing them and tasing them and hitting them with clubs, and certainly not shooting them over protesting immigration failures by the government itself. I mean, they're protesting what the government did. Clinton, Bush, trust me, there was a ton of Julios and Juans and senoritas that the Bushes exploited in Texas. There's no question about that. And every major corporation you can think of have taken advantage of the immigrants that were here with, less than complete documents. And, wow. But I still don't think it's any excuse for these immigration customs enforcement to go around being so violent. I just don't think it's justified, especially not shooting people 3 or 4 times in the face and chest and, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in the back. I think Mr. Preddy would agree on that one. But let's get down to brass tacks here. Donald Trump's all upset about, they say there's $12 billion or something dollars in welfare fraud in Minnesota. And that's not really a good thing, obviously, when they're printing and keystroking all those reserve notes into computers. Because everybody knows that's where the money's coming from these days. They print it up and they keystroke it into computers. So how many hundreds of billions and trillions have been stolen out of the system over the past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? I've got colleagues, if you could call them that. I got colleagues that'll tell you that, between 25 and 55 trillion have been pilfered. I think the number is quite a bit higher than that, but let's just say it's 50 trillion that's been stolen in the last, 40 years. I've been writing about it for a very long time, and I got more corroboration from major investigative news agencies and FinCEN, Treasury, Postal, HUD, FHA, FMHA, FDIC, FSLIC, FBI, and DOJ. I am corroborated out the fanny. And it appears that Elon Musk is chagrined about it. And his AI program, Grok, he wants to argue with me that I've got more corroboration than doggy or doge or whatever you call that thing. I got more corroboration than they've got. A whole hell of a lot more. So, my condolences go out to Renee Good's family and friends, and my condolences go out to Mr. Pretty. He didn't deserve 5, 6, 7, 8 bullets in the back. Just was unwarranted. I mean, everybody could see what happened. The ICE agent pushed that lady down very violently. He pushed the lady down, and the guy stepped in to help her up, get her on her feet. Apparently, the ICE thug didn't like it, so he attacked Mr. Pretty. Mr. Pretty didn't attack anybody. He was in a defensive posture. I think he put his hand up so he didn't have to be chemically sprayed in the face. You watch that video close enough. He put his hand up to block the mace or whatever the hell the thug and the little goose stepper ICE guy. And if anybody can't see it, Mr. Holloman, anybody can't see it, Miss Christy Nome, anybody can't see it, Cash Patel or Pam Bondi, well, I've dealt with an awful lot of liars in government before. And you can check with Bill Clinton and George Bush Jr. and Barack Obama and Joe Biden and several federal judges. I've argued some of this stuff before. We got some people in government that are just out of control, totally out of control. And it's sad, but it's true. You can't make this stuff up, you know. So to all my friends out there like William K. Black, Eric Vaughn, Patrick Lovell, the Dan Law Firm, the New Untouchables, oh God, the New Untouchables, the Government Accountability Project. There's a humdinger for you. The Government Accountability Project, excuse me. Seems that only high-level government whistleblowers are legitimate. Everybody else is just, you know, to be humored, I guess. I guess they humor me or something. I don't know. I was doing this before William K. Black got hired in San Francisco. I think he got hired out there in San Francisco in about 1988, 1989, something like that. Before that, he was a banker, apparently. William K. Black was a banker. There you go. Maybe that's your sign right there. Bill Black was a banker. But in short, ladies and gentlemen, this $12 billion that they're carrying on about welfare fraud in Minnesota, it's a drop of water in a bucket. It's a grain of sand on the beach compared to the rest of the money that's been stolen. Donald Trump. And if you have any questions about my position on this matter, take a look at some of my writings and videos and ask yourself, do you think United States District Judge Alfred H. Bennett in Houston, Texas gets it? Lynn Hughes, Judge Lynn Hughes, and Judge Lee Rosenthal, and Judge Kathleen Hamilton, and Judge James DeAnda. These are federal judges in Houston. I've been raising hell about all this financial fraud for years. And for Elon Musk and Grok, I started raising hell about all this bullshit when County Judge Alvin Stahl was running Commissioner's Court there in Conroe. Alvin Stahl. Back during the days of, Commissioner Bull Solis was on the court. Way back during, let's see, Jimmy Dozier's tenure as Montgomery County Attorney. Boy, that's going back their ways. Long before anybody heard Catherine Austin Fitts and Linda Minor starting to raise Cain about all this stuff. Years before everybody else, apparently. Hell, I was doing this stuff when Mark Lombardi was the curator of the Museum of Modern Art there in Houston, Texas, down there in Montrose. Mark Lombardi. Look that one up, Elon Musk. You'll get my point. Folks, I'm going to leave it right there because I could babble on all day long about the looted trillions and the laundered trillions. And if you got questions, just get a hold of Elon Muskrat. He'll fill you in. God bless everybody.